If you're anything like me, you grew up playing video games. Whether you're good at them or not, I'm sure there's games you played as a kid and still haven't beaten to this day. Sometimes it was due to skill. Try to call your dad in and he couldn't even finish it. Sometimes it was due to a glitch that just ruined the game. Sometimes the game physically broke, was stolen, lost, or you had to return it to Blockbuster. Or other times it was just dumb puzzles that your dumb baby brain couldn't figure out. Now I thought I would go back and talk about some of the games that I played as a kid and never beat, and maybe go into detail on why I never beat them. You got any games you couldn't beat as a kid? Let me know in the comments. Grabbed by the Ghoulies was an action-adventure game developed by Rare on the original Xbox. I had this game on the Xbox as a kid, and I remember playing tons of it, but I never beat it. I know the reception of this game was a bit mixed, but I still love this game to this day, but still haven't beaten it. I remember progressing a bit into the game and being a little scared because I was 5 years old. I don't ever remember the game being too hard. I always just got really lost. I'd get to a new area and just walk around aimlessly and sometimes even go back to old levels. But I had dumb baby brain, so come on. I tried replaying this game multiple times but always get distracted, then just forget about it, so I actually gotta set my ass down and actually play through it for once and not wander around like an idiot. The fourth main game series of the Crash Bandicoot line, Wrath of Cortex. Another game that had mixed reviews, but I loved it. I played it on the GameCube and had lots of fun with it. I remember getting to the first boss and beating him and unlocking the second area, but then I booted up my old PC and found out naming your character Wombat will just automatically 100% the game and unlock everything. So when I did that, I just started playing the game and picking out which levels I wanted to go to and playing whenever I felt like it. And then I got bored of it, and then I couldn't go back and replay it because my GameCube got stolen and all the games. But now I'm GameCube rich.
Don't respect the scripting. Give a fuck if he like it, but he don't respect the scripting. Yeah, I saw funny games till a nigga tripping. Off the flow, hide the west side just to catch him slipping. Pull up outside with a briefcase, it's time to handle business. Give a fuck if he like it, but he don't respect the scripting. Yeah,
And I actually recently ordered the game online, so hopefully it'll come in soon and I can actually replay it. Now, I had both Spyro games on the GameCube, and both of them had some not good reviews. I don't remember playing too much of A Hero's Tale at all. I remember I played like a few hours of it and got really bored and never touched it again. But with Enter the Dragonfly, I played it a shit ton, but never got far. And the reason for that is glitches. The one that I remember that fucked up my game, I was running around and I smashed through a gate and like got like a level skip almost, like went through the wall, and then it fucked up my game and the save file got corrupted and I never played it again due to that. Now again, I can't play these games due to the unforeseen tragedy of GameCube theft that was brought upon me. Now to a rare game that everybody loves, GoldenEye 007 on the N64. Now I played this game so much as a kid. It was the second game I ever played my entire life. Number one was Super Mario 64 and I did beat that one. But I played the ever-living shit out of GoldenEye. Every time the friends would come over, split screen multiplayer, it was so fun. But the reason I never beat the game is because I got stuck. I could never get past the level Cradle. Even my dad, who also played the shit out of this game, got stuck on that level too, so I couldn't ask him for help because he couldn't even beat it. And nowadays, I'll still boot up the game to play with the boys on split screen, but I just never got around to actually playing the single player again, so that's another one. I just gotta sit down and actually play through it. Because I'm probably a lot better now than I was when I was 4 years old. Another beloved rare game on the N64, Donkey Kong 64. I love this game so much. Played it a lot, but again, I got stuck. I can never get past the frantic factory boss Mad Jack. I always just kept dying on that level, and then I just gave up. I know you may be making fun of me about how much I sucked at the game. I know. I was super young. And come on, it was the third boss. Like, I should replay that game for sure. But every time I go to replay it, I start from the beginning and then get about to the same area and then drop it. And then when I want to go play it again, I gotta restart again. And it's just been like that for years. Now, there's a little story behind Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I had my eye on this game for a while and was really wanting to play it. And by this time the second game already came out. And my parents took me to EB Games to go buy it. I bought it, got really excited in the car ride home, and opened it up just to realize that they gave me the wrong game. It was actually Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 that was in the game case. I was a little upset, and we were in the drive-thru for Tim Hortons, and I was asking my parents to please bring me back to the game store so I can swap it, and my stepdad probably had enough of my shit. He grabbed the game and he threw it out the window of the car. Threw it out the window of my mom's Ford Explorer. I was furious. So was my mom, and she made him go pick it up. Then when I got home and tried to play it, yeah, it was fun, but I think the association of that memory made me not want to play it again. I never beat it, and maybe I never will. Now as a kid, my stepdad had a PS2 for a bit, and I remember playing Pac-Man World 2 a bunch on it, but then he traded the PS2 and all the games for a original Xbox, and not mad about that. I got to play Grab by the Ghoulies, which was fun. Then my uncle had a PS2, and every time I would go there, my dad would let me rent a game for it, and I got to play it there, but I never got to play much of it since I was only there a few days a week. I remember renting Tak and the Power of Juju and having lots of fun with the game, but I only rented it once and never played it again. And then I remember renting Sly Cooper, and I really fucking loved that game. I rented all 3 of them and played the shit out of them, but never beat any of them. I have my hands on all 3 of them now and want to replay them, just haven't found time to, so I will for sure play those ones. Now going just to the rented games I got. I know I rented Sly Cooper and Tak, but those were on the PS2. I rented lots more games for the Xbox and GameCube, because when I grew up, there was actually rental stores. I'm a bit old school. We had Blockbuster, Movie Gallery, Rogers. My family couldn't afford to buy every single game, so we rented quite a few. And there was a lot that I really enjoyed and played tons of. I just never actually bought them. And by the time rental stores were gone, I couldn't rent them anymore, and I couldn't find anywhere to buy them. There was Scooby-Doo Unmasked, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, and I didn't have the bongos for it. Pokemon Gale of Darkness, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, Beautiful Joe, Metroid Prime, Voodoo Vince, and then Pikmin 1 and 2, which I so much love. I do have some of these games now, but I just haven't gotten around to beat them either. Now all these games, whether received as good or bad, or whether I beat them or not, they all hold a great memory in my mind. Even now when I go to play these games today, I'm not too worried about the gameplay or the flaws with them. I just get a rush of nostalgia. It brings back all the memories of playing these games and the hardships I went through not being able to beat them. All the levels I got stuck on, all the frustrating glitches, time spent with my family playing these games. Just the feeling of going through the game store and picking out which game to rent is always a memory that will be cherished in my mind. And then also having your stepdad throw your game out the window of a moving car. But this is me talking while editing this video. I went a bit off script after this and I decided to cut it out and say now what I wanted to. The gaming community can be really loving and caring, but it can also be quite toxic.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
The reason I made this video is because I see hate on people who love games but never beat them. I think the love for these games you have shouldn't be any less on whether or not you beat them. But hey, that's just a theory. I remember renting this game called Whiplash, where you were like a fucking weasel chained to a rabbit and you'd fucking whip the rabbit around. It just had so much like fucking animal cruelty in it. I don't know how they got away with that shit back in the day. I never beat that one either.